JD Vance also has a non-white wife, an Indian wife, and a kid named Vivek. All his kids have Indian names. So it's like, what exactly are we getting here? And that's not a dig at him just because I'm a racist or something.
Well, it has started. Oh, the racism has reared its ugly head between the Christian nationalism movement. JD Vance's wife, they've got her they're ripping her apart. These so-called, as I call it, the perverted Christians that represent Christian nationalism, they're attacking her. She was so uncomfortable at that national convention, the Republican National Convention. They don't like her. Her son, and guess who's her son? They've got Indian names and all of that. And guess who's in the forefront that's making fun and calling it out? Our old buddy, Nick Fuentes. And for those of you that don't know Nick, he's a white supremacist. He calls himself a Christian. He's a Christian nationalist. He supports, taking you back to the days of old. Don't believe in nothing as far as, let me let him explain it to you.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you see some black girls out there. Black girls can be kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's unpopular opinion around here, but I'm against race mixing. I would never do that. But not gonna lie, there's something about it. Black girls can be kind of bad. I saw one at the airport the other day. I was like, damn, she's kind of bad. Women don't have the right to vote. And it looks like a society where boys and girls get married as teenagers and start having kids. And they don't use birth control and they don't use contraceptives. And they have big families and a high birth rate. And it looks like women wearing veils at church. And it looks like women not being in the workforce. And it looks like mothers raising their kids. And it looks like pornography being banned. And homosexuality and transsexuality, as well as heterosexual sodomy, as well as fornication and adultery being shamed by the society, and maybe in some places, in some jurisdictions, regulated by the law. It's not enough to say we're against trannies. You got to be against women's rights too. It's not enough to be against blue-haired feminism. You got to be against women getting educated. Okay? Or else, what are we really trying to achieve here? 1999? 1999 sucked too. We want to go back to 1099. We want to go back to the Middle Ages.
And as you can see there, that's his mindset. And that's the Christian nationalist mindset. They believe that, unfortunately, this is their mindset. They believe that the white race is just a dying breed and they've got to get this thing back because they don't like all these minorities within the country, this growth of minorities. And so they don't like interracial marriage. They don't like any of this birth control. They don't want any of these things to happen. They don't want women in the workforce and all that. And the last thing, as you see here, I'm going to show you the clip of him recently talking about JD Vance's wife. Take a look.
JD Vance also has a non-white wife, an Indian wife, and a kid named Vivek. All his kids have Indian names. So it's like, what exactly are we getting here? And that's not a dig at him just because I'm a racist or something. But it's like, who is this guy really? Do we really expect that the guy who has an Indian wife and named their kid Vivek is going to support white identity? Like, there's a white genocide going on in the world. White people are being systematically replaced in America and Europe through immigration and to a much lesser extent due to intermarrying. This guy has a non-white wife and a kid named Vivek. This guy is going to be a defender of white identity? I don't think so. This guy's going to defend American identity? If he does, it's going to be no better than any of these other civic nationalists like Vivek Ramaswamy. How else could you countenance American identity if you have a mixed up family like that?
And as you can see there, you see that? Oh, they don't like that. And a lot of them, this is how they're thinking. They don't like it and that. back when Nikki Haley was running, they were already, they were ripping her apart. Many of you, I've showed the clip, but let's look at Stu Peters, which is the hateful, they want another nationalist guy, Christian nationalism, that represent hate. Listen to what he said about Nikki Haley.
Her humiliation hasn't been reserved for the ballot box, as Nikki Haley's multiple affairs against her military husband have come back to the surface to haunt her. She's been widely derided among her former colleagues and supporters as a disgusting whore. She's been exposed as a fake Christian who pimps Christianity for votes while taking part in third world Sikh rituals because she's an Indian, not an American.
That's what he said when she was running. So that's Stu Peters saying that about Nikki Haley. And then let's look back at Nick Fuentes when he's making fun of Nikki Haley's son-in-law because he's black. Take a look.
Pick your first family. Would you like a woman president? I want a female president with a black son-in-law and some manlet, bald cuck husband versus the God Emperor of mankind and the son, Alexander. You take your pick. You tell me which one you'd prefer. Is it a little bit racist? Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. She openly loves her husband, Joshua Jackson. I loves me some Joshua Jackson. He my partner. He my man. He my husband. He a good father. He a good daddy to the children. Really? This is the first family? What a fucking nightmare. American dream? How about American nightmare? He a good father to the children, and he a good father. He there for the children. That's your first family, walking their two gay dogs. Rena started dating her now husband in 2018 while celebrating this is so, oh my gosh, do not clip this. I'm so embarrassed by how racist this is. Rena started dating her now husband in 2018 while celebrating their 1-year anniversary. She called him my constant light. Bad choice of words. My constant dark, constant shine. No, you can't. No, but you can't say that. You can't call him shines. You can't call him shines anymore. He's like constant light. Joking about there, no, but you can't say that. No, but you can't say that, so. Joking about no, that's just straight up racist. Listen, I love black people. I love black people as much as the next guy, but this is unacceptable.
And you see the jokester, he my man, Joshua Jackson, talking all, just being ignorant. The dude is ignorant. But these are the people. They're comfortable. They are comfortable with this movement, and there's so many Christians that have got so comfortable to join them. I mean, there's people that will argue with me on my channel about, Nick Fuentes, they call themselves Christians, and they will argue with me and say, Nick Fuentes is a good man. Oh, I agree with this man. He says a whole lot of great things and this and that and that. I mean, as a Christian, you call yourself a Christian and you support Nick Fuentes, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself because you're no true Christian, because Nick Fuentes is no Christian. And anybody that supports him and all of the people that go to support this nationalist movement, they're no true Christian. Nick was there, right there on January the 6th. He was out there with the bullhorn. He's out there having a great old time. And he's out there, and he was the one, matter of fact, he came to the White House with Kanye West in there. And Trump at the time, I don't know who he was, whatever. We know the Secret Service has to clear people like this at this level. It's just, we're not going to get into that because we know the lies are constant coming from that. But what I wanted to share with you is that you see where they are with their mindset. These folks are not far from Christian. Their hearts are filled with so much hate. They want to go back to the days of segregation. They want to have the world to themselves, basically. And I'll say this as I close this video out, because this video is not long at all here. But old Marcus Rogers, we're gonna stay on him, because this guy, this guy is so much in the idol worship and pushing false messages. He's got he pushes so much false teaching and things like that. But here he is, just the grinning down there on January the 6th. He's grinning and went into a church with a guy wrapped in a flag. The guy's wrapped up all in a flag and things like that. He's having a great old time. And
then they're over here marching to the Capitol. We'll get back with you in a minute. Love you, be blessed.
With these people at that time, and no, in reality, what I'm trying to get at is these folks don't even want nothing to do with him and stuff. They don't. These nationalist people, he's not welcome. He's really not welcome. He's a mixed kid. I believe his wife may be mixed as well. He's not welcome in their tent. And you out there just hanging all out and grinning and got your camera and smiling and all out there, I would be, after dark, I hope he apparently he got out of there eventually, but I wouldn't be hanging around these types of folks that talk like that, the Nicks and all of this nationalist movement, that how they are. I wouldn't be hanging out after dark as a minority around some of these folks. Some of them are crazy and things. And as I close it, let me show you this clip real quick of Nick, where he was speaking at an event. I'm going to take out some of the stuff where there's some hate stuff in there that I can't put it on YouTube, but he's speaking hate against Jewish people, hate against a lot of things. But at the end, this guy's going to talk about Nick for president and things like that. And then I'll show you where he wants to Nick for, this was a couple years back when Nick is talking about them trying to infiltrate, these Christian nationalists trying to infiltrate the government so that they can instill their doctrine and everything that they want in society.
The problem that the people that are running your base, that are making the movies your children watch, do you think it's a problem that they believe that all Christians must die? Yeah. It's a huge problem. We're in a holy war, and I will tell you this. Because we're willing to die in the holy war, we will make them die in the holy war. And they will go down. We have God on our side, and they will go down with their satanic master. They have no future in America. The enemies of Christ have no future in this world. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.
Nicholas J. Fuentes is going to be the future president of the United States.
It sucks and it is what it is, but that's why we need dictatorship. That's unironically why we need to get rid of all that. We need to take control of the media or take control of the government and force the people to believe what we believe, or force them to play by our rules and reshape the society.
And there you have it. We're in dangerous times, folks. We're in a spiritual battle. That's why I made that short of the video talking about we need discernment more than ever. We need to pray that these people that follow this kind of stuff, that the Lord will divinely intervene in their lives. And we pray that the Lord divinely intervenes and break the shackles of what the devil is doing to destroy people by using these types of people in the forefront. They don't represent the church. They don't represent Jesus Christ. They don't represent none of that. They are frauds and imposters. And we're going to continue to call them out on this channel. We'll continue to take the devil head on, punch him right in between the chops. Evangelism for God's your channel. My name is Maurice Braxton. Until the next video, my friends, take care. God bless.